Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well, teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth in all honesty and sincerity as well. Wake up the hopeful elect. And I'm just jump right into it. A little quick lesson on this coronavirus outbreak over there in China. And they're saying that this epidemic, and you're hearing pandemic, it don't want to be a pandemic, this is all Bible prophecy, man. This is what, the third week, going on the fourth week, and we haven't even made it out of January, and prophecies is going off. You still got the war aspect, to consider. That's still brewing and going on, and they're not talking about every little small war that's going on. You just had the death of Soleimani, so you can expect retaliation on that part as well. But you still got these plagues and pestilence that's hitting these cities, and that's all done by the Lord, man. The Lord is sending these plagues. The Lord is sending these pestilences to these places, man. He's stirring it up. I'm gonna get Ezekiel the 28th chapter, starting at verse 20. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Zidon, and prophesy against it, and say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Zidon, and I will be glorified in the midst of thee, and they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall have executed judgment in her, and shall be sanctified in her. Now that Zidon, that was talking about a place in the Middle East, next to Syria, in times past. But it can be applied to what's going on in Huang and Beijing, verse 23, for I will send into her pestilence and blood, and into her streets, and the wounded shall be judged in the midst of her by the sword upon her on every side, and they shall know that I am the Lord. It's the Lord that's sending these plagues, man. And what happens and what goes on when something like this happens? You got a lot of chaos and commotion, and people getting quarantined. That frustrates people. Then it come riots and fighting. It stirs up a lot of trouble, man. And the people, they trying to be stay healthy or whatever and not get sick, but and you look back and you see these movies, a lot of time, you got the Centers of Disease Control. They create and come up with different viruses and stuff like that to help with their agenda, which is, to depopulation, also to basically gain more control over the world through scaring everybody, fear mongering. And you look back in over the decades, you have a bunch of movies about these diseases and, about different things that are taking place now. So this thing is ultimately orchestrated by the Most High, but He's using these people to, bring forth His judgment and his will. Jump to Second Ezra. Yeah, 15, and I'll just start at 15. I'll start at verse 4. Salakia. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. And that's the pandemic part of it. It means all, So the Lord is saying He's gonna bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord is fed up, man. He's like, I sat back and watched you do all this shit, and now it's reached the, is that stench reaching to my nose, man. I can't take it no more. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Now, China, they've had their hand in coming against the children of Israel. In fact, all these different heathen nations are in cahoots with each other to keep us down and depressed, and to make money off of us and keep us from knowing who we are. Shoot. This is Isaiah. I wasn't gonna get it, but I saw it, so I'm just gonna bring it out real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 15. The lamentable state of Moab, the burden of Moab, because in the night are of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. Because in the night Ker of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. He is gone up to Baeth and to Dibon, the high places, to weep. Moab shall howl over Nebo and over Medeba. All on their heads shall be baldness, and every beard cut off. Verse 3, in their streets they shall gird themselves with sackcloth on the tops of their houses, and in their streets everyone shall howl, weeping abundantly. But that's speaking about a different time period. I just brought it out real quick because I saw, the lamentable state of Moab. Moab is over there lamenting right now with this coronavirus shit, being quarantined and being upset because I watched the video. It was a Moabite, this guy over there in the airport, because they quarantined. Now he's smashing and breaking all the kiosks so nobody else could set up flight plans, man. And he's going through knocking these things over, smashing them with his suitcase, and just destroying the airport. You know? And I'm thinking to myself, he must got a little money or something, because they not coming to apprehend him. They not doing nothing to him. He's just going. Like, it was like at least 5 knocked over and smashed kiosks. But what I was trying to get was Psalms 83. You know, because they had something to do with the children of Israel's weeping and a lot of their oppression and hardship as well. This is Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulting against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. The name of Israel be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, you so-called white people, and the Ishmaelites, you so-called Arabs, of Moab, you so-called Chinese, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon, you Japanese, Amalek, the so-called Jews that are over there in Israel. You know, all these different nations have come against the children of Israel. So, back in 2nd Ezra, verse chapter 15 and verse 9. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Jump down to verse 49. Oh man, no, Salakia. I'm gonna start at verse 44. They shall come to her and besiege her. The stars and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person, woe be unto thee, thou wretched, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. And China has been thinking that they're the next superpower to come and, dominate the world. But that's not going to be the case, man. The next world to come is of the Israelites, man. And you see, the Asians used to wear their silk robes and, the block shoes and, things of that nature. But if you look back over the years, they slowly started to wear suits and ties to model themselves after America, trying to be like her. And has decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore said Yahweh, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as flour, when the heat shall rise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastened with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. Man, hey, they are not going to be the next superpower. The next rulership to come is of the Israelites. The Lord is stirring this place up. Stay tuned to, the YouTube news, man, because it's going down, man. Elder and Apostle Tahar has deemed 2020 the year of prophecy, and it's been kicking off, man. But with that, I'm going to say shalom and blah, blah, blah.